had to sign in.
Yeah, we're live.
It should be happening. I mean,
Yeah,
this part is always like very oh, it is happening?
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it's happening. Okay, there we go. Well, welcome to Code Workshop. The day is August 2025. Which I was very surprised it's actually August. This month flew by. So Cos and I are here. I'm sharing my screen. I was talking about this week I had a pair of code review sessions with an engineer on my team. Um, I describe this as the perfect MR to pair on. It has since grown after I think I have read it. But in a nutshell, is this adds a setting on the group settings page. The UI looks like, oh, sorry, there was the UI looks like this. So it's a checkbox that you can bypass the confirmation when you reassign the user, and then there's a date picker. So it literally adds these two. Because this is setting, this part is in XAML. So this XAML has the XAML change, the index.js can initialize the logic coming from backend, the view changes that has the component. The two component, as the time I was reading, had a very interesting thing where so date is required if you check the checkbox. That's a dependency on its own. The date inside the checkbox cannot be if there's nothing there, it cannot be prior to today's date. So in the picker, we gray out everything past before today. But one of the issue kind of I ran into is you can actually type just a date in the input. What
Mhm.
happened when you do that is we automatically update the date to today's date. Like just like bloop, you save, it changed. So
Does it happen before save or after save?
so after you enter, and then that comes to the third thing. The save doesn't happen. The commit is not being committed. The change is not being committed until you click save changes, which is at the bottom of the session. So the sections is in sections, and then that comes with a lot of things where things are in sections on one page. The error handling where the error toe is supposed to be like for example, this MR also add a shared component for this badge, and it was added as a tag. So when you click on it, we scroll all the way to the top of the page. It's just a very, very complicated MR just for anyone to work on and review.
Feels like
Uh,
yeah, it touches not only this premium badge which seems an extra work for this MR that can be probably moved outside, but there's also a lot of documentation changes that I saw. Um,
um, these are new. So I
yeah.
read it. I don't know. Wait. Oh, I think there's a rebase thing probably. It's carrying the commits. It's carrying these commits. That's why it's not related. It's only these ones. So I don't think it's not this much changes. I don't think this is, yeah.
It's
Like these ones,
36 files. Yeah, is a lot.
yeah, no, this is for sure from another commits. I think it's just a rebase thing. There's more
Yeah,
things
probably
on this right now.
AI
Uh,
features shouldn't be
I think we
here.
can be this one. That looks more like it. It's
Mhm.
kind of the shape of it, maybe. So I went back to a day ago. Um, I think I read it in this version. I read the version 8 here.
I think we can
So,
pick the commit and compare to it. Like if you switch to commit stop,
mhm.
um,
You can because it was a force push 11 hours ago.
No, I mean on the UI that you just pick the commit. We can pick there the um
Oh, from this guy to this.
44555 DA2. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Hold up.
I think you have to manually pick this.
Or
No, no.
I'm mm, I'm like almost certain this is the version I read because I read it earlier
Let's
in the week.
let's use
It's
this. This is good enough.
yeah, let's go with
Yeah,
this
yeah,
because
yeah,
this is
yeah,
the easiest. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So basically, this is the badge. It was added in Haml. And then I think this is to update the error. Um, this is the original date picker, the second element. Basically, it was moved into the group setting elements, which is this guy. And then this is the initiation file. This is the Haml and test. So when I was seeing this, one of the thing I start trying to do was like basically it's like how much depends on how much time I can commit that day, but I try to do things in batches. And then for this one, my first instance was let's play around with it in the app and see if there's anything. When I was playing around with it, I already saw some of the stuff that I was talking about. So I made a note of that. And then I would typically probably just stop there for the first rounds of review. Because I felt like to address some of the things, the functionality of the MR will change so much. It doesn't make sense to go in deeper into it. But I think some of my things was around a little bit more, for example, like this Haml uh, badge that we have. Uh, what's happening here? I think this has changed as well. At the time, the data content, for example, for the tooltip had like a lot of things in it. Maybe I can find the versions again. But maybe I'm just yes, let me go. But yeah, so that was the first thing was just I was like, I would have stopped uh probably that first round. And
Mhm.
that's basically kind of where things are right now. It's she's clarifying some of the stuff with her group. But oh yeah, this one. So the pop harbor content, that's one of the things I noticed. So if you run the app and inspect it, it's basically in that attribute. This whole thing is in there. So there's a empty p tag and a p tag, and this is the tooltip, basically the popover of the badge. Looks like that. Does that make sense? I
Oh,
don't think that
so
make any
it's
sense.
it's added without the like with the HTML escape, you mean?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah. So it was kind of like that. I'm trying to check out the branch. I think I may oh I may have it perfectly running at the stage that I was in because I use
Because you have the branch.
yeah, and also I
Right.
use GLab, the CLI, and then it doesn't delete the branch
Mhm.
automatically. So I think I may have it in this. But yeah, so it was a like when I say I lost it. When I say it was perfect, it was just because it perfectly touched the three pieces. And then you can't, okay, question for you. You cannot break this apart besides probably pull this one out, right?
Mm, give me a sec. I didn't get how we changed the data picker.
We didn't change the data paper. We move, it was in its component on its own. We moved it into another file. So it became this guy. So this
How-
basically corresponding to both of those, the checkbox and the date picker.
And before that,
The date picker was on its own.
all right. So we combine them two
Yeah,
into
they're
one.
here now.
Right. Um, yeah, no, I think it's solid on its own. I was kind of afraid of all the extra documentation, etc. changes. Um, yeah, maybe to try to simplify things, maybe the popover could be moved out. Maybe we could do this in iteration if we add a feature flag. Maybe we could care less um about the saving flow and the error handling flow, but
Mhm.
it depends on how complex is that. Like I'm fine merging this as is if it's a solid flow.
Yeah, so it's basically these two
Mhm.
parts, and then this is the popover, and then the content we're talking about is here. But if I inspect this guy, oh my God. Go away. Yeah, look, the content is just plopped there. Ugh.
Yeah, I see it just transferred as a
Yeah, it's
data
just
intermediate.
transferring to like that.
I don't know
And
how.
also,
Oh yeah, the content property is probably off. We want to trim that.
yeah, but like it's already like it's a weird, like I don't actually know what it's supposed to be looking like, but that was just like one of the things. But yeah, like if you click on it, you go back to the top of the page. Yeah, the relationship between these are very interesting. Like you check on it, that's today's date. You cannot select before today's date, but if I go here and do this, it's today's date.
You have to blur this. Yeah.
You had to, yeah, and then
Um,
if you clear this out, you could still save, but it's gonna give you this error, and this error happens in this as the time of this commit I'm looking at, the error is in every single section. So after I saw that, I would have stopped. But yeah, so that was the first thing kind of what we were doing. So I'm keep going to the wrong MR. And then yeah, one of the things I asked myself was actually, do we need this? And I came to the conclusion, probably yes, because I feel like I've seen this a lot. And I was also thinking about like, should we make this more dynamic somehow? But I also think that's not because we're already using a badge tag, we're just making an instance of it. So that was one of the things. Um, I read the Vue one a little, like quite a bit. So, quite like I read this a little bit as well. I noticed this URL, for example, didn't really work. Yeah, the whole the dependency between the two is what really intrigued me. Like I actually don't really know what's the best UX behavior here, but
Between the
yeah,
two, you mean
like
Hamel and
no, between these two,
all right, yeah.
the checkbox, right? So
Mhm.
first of all, date is required after you check. Second, we do not want a day prior to today. So I feel like those need to be visualized somehow in here, first of all. Second, like um the backend engineer made a comments about what happened if there was already a date committed and it was prior to today's date.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how
And
does
you
that
edit.
work? Yeah, and you
Yeah,
like you do things
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that sort of stuff. So there's actually a little bit of like unclear there. That's why I think she the author made just like let me work on this and I'll come back to you kind of thing. But yeah. So that's basically the experience. I was more
Mhm.
pushing for do the code review in batches, um, you know, like make sure also like do the code review in iteration as well, just like we want to
Mhm.
iterate on the work itself. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I explained a little bit about this hidden input tricks that we do because we need to commit the value
Yeah.
back to backend. So we use input hidden hidden input.
I haven't worked with the settings page for a while, and I think we have different settings pages having different logic. I think the admin side sometimes uses the admin settings panel sometimes uses more, more fully fledged view apps as
Yeah.
opposed to the group that tries to latch on top of the HAML that exists. So I don't remember how we actually pass the checkbox why we need the additional
I
helper. I remember that, yeah, it
I
was.
think is when we make the call to say changes to the backend, it
Is
look
it?
for
Yeah,
it look for that value,
yeah, yeah.
but
I,
for
th I
some
think
reason it has to be hidden
it's just
somehow.
a form submission, just regular form submission that Ruby on Rails relies on, and
And
we
it's probably
submit
looking for
this for
yeah,
name. Yeah.
yeah.
Can you check the GL form checkbox output? I don't remember how it's implemented, whether it uses actual checkbox under the hood, and why can't we alter that? I don't remember this. So it
It
has an input.
is. There is a reason. Like I asked about this because this happened in another. I think it's a Hamel thing.
It doesn't have a name there. The GL1. It has input name. Is it used? I don't remember this mess. Anyway, yeah, the old date also triggered me that if we have older date, how we handle this? Should we update this on the back end and give like maximum date of today and this one?
Mm,
You know
mm,
what I
mm.
mean?
Mm,
Just
mm, mm, mm.
to be sure that we are not in the past. Yeah, that's curious. Also, yeah, I don't know. I need to check how we pass the checkboxes. Another thing is that how much do we have in the HAML? Like, what do we pass in the HAML?
Um, that's a great question. Um,
This
yeah, the
data, basically.
bash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that why don't we move the batch and section name here?
So it is here.
No, I mean, sorry. I mean, why don't we move the batch and section title into the view up
Mm,
if it's
mm.
possible? Because there would be a jump in the rendering when we don't have the front end right, and then we suddenly jump.
Yeah. What? Why am not there anymore?
Also,
It's
to the point you
that's a good
raised,
point.
when 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 um when one checkbox controls the other, we probably should be aware of the adding proper area attributes. For
Hmm.
example,
Yeah,
area
that's a good
controls,
point.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm fuzzy and rusty on this, so I will check the area best practices to understand how to
No, but
approach
this
this
is a
better.
great point though, like about the layout. It's not gonna make this page worse because this page is really bad. But it's also
Straightforward.
it's
Yeah, that is
also
bad. Yeah.
it is also in a coordinate collapse by default. So by the time I
Oh, that
think, yeah, because if
that's a
you
good point. Let's add a console log. I don't remember when we mount
so
that.
it's like okay, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
general, right, is here. So if I go to the group page and I go to general, we open just the first
Yeah.
section, and then this section doesn't open until I
Is it
click
already
open this.
mounted though, or not?
Good question. Hold on, let me go back to it.
Let's add console log there.
Oh, I was just gonna
Oh,
see
all
if
right.
I
No,
can
no,
see.
it's a fair point.
I
But
was like, probably big enough I
yeah,
can
yeah,
see
go
it.
go go, give it a try.
Because I can just go here, no?
I think you can try to find on the HTML, control find here. Yeah, go.
It's oh, I hate this.
Yeah,
No.
premium. Oh, premium is on the backend, but you'll find that still.
Yeah, it's here.
All right. So it's mounted.
Mhm.
No, it's the backend. If you expand the div below that,
This one.
this would be the view
The app,
offline. Um, so it seems to be
the
there.
app is there now.
Right.
Because it's only looking
Is
for that hashtag, right? Like the not hashtag, sorry, ID. The ID is
yeah,
already
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then we just
Yeah,
trigger it.
I thought maybe we are lazy mounting
No,
that.
but like, I
But
think
yeah,
it's
it's go on, go on.
no, it's like it's interesting though, because I think about if we think about the future of this page, eventually we probably want one view app.
I don't know. I immediately thought about jQuery we have on the page, probably. And you said in the future, yeah, in 30 years, we'll probably migrate this to Vue.
So the more view we rate, the less. Yeah, but
Yeah, totally
I
agree with
I
that. Yeah.
there's so many things I have about this page. Like so it's really like
Yeah.
literally
Mhm.
upon review, it was really difficult to find where this is.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we don't anchor these, which I think we totally should. There's no anchor of the specific section. So I had to like do
But
this.
by the way, to your point, yeah, they look so similar, the section and the field name, field title.
I think
Is
maybe
it is it
some
is it in section?
spacing.
Can you check the code, the HTML for placeholder? It's H5, right? And the field name below that, the date and the date, the placeholder user confirmation is restored. What's that? That's a field name.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a legend. Right.
It's a like, yeah. I checked
Yeah.
the head. I checked this guy. I was like, oh, that's a 5,
Mhm.
which we probably should be good.
I
Uh,
actually, I think I did this one. At
you
least I
did,
was involved. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it was like,
Uh,
oh, that's a
the,
5.
the,
You could be a 5.
yeah, yeah. We have a mess with the levels of headers. Uh, Definitely something to address. But I was wondering if why the two look so familiar, and yeah, we have this issue
Oh,
with the
like the
style and the
styling of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Because you said why don't we have the anchors there? And I thought that yeah,
Yeah,
they look
like
quite
literally, if you want to
yeah,
go very detailed, this is H2,
yeah, and
and
this
we
is
just
H5. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we just went.
This, this is a mess we have, and once we use so if you apply, for example, H3 and CSS class GL H5 to it, then it would
Yeah,
look completely different as opposed to this
yeah,
one.
yeah. There's
We have
maybe
headers, GL, H, whatever.
no, I think it's um.
Oh, heading.
So there's
You can say
gosh,
GL heading 5.
yeah. So there's
Keep going.
1, 2, 3. So we do go down the numbers. and all of them has a different size. Look,
Yeah.
it's like going down. Yeah. So, but anyways, I think the challenge is with this point, just to give us some pat on the back. It is cross group.
Oh
It's would
yeah.
be really like it would be a very good, big collective effort. And I mean, just settings. It's just there's so much of it. Like we touched, this was like when I first joined, we are going to come back to it, but we're like the branch rules, which I think is in repository actually. Like this was one of the first project I was on when we started, and then I was like, oh, there's like so much here. I'm pretty sure.
It's
So
crazy.
how this is done is this is an app on its own. So this is the view app, the whole page.
Hmm.
So
It's a
the,
separate page, right?
it's a separate pane, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but like we needed to update both back and forth as we go, the handles
Oh.
and view. And
Hmm.
that was my first issue. And I was like, I'm dead here. Like what's happening? It's too much. But
Uh,
yeah, so
can, can you open the admin settings for a sec?
yeah.
Um, no, the admin like
Oh, this guy.
instance admin.
Yeah.
So I think some of these are rendered actually fully on the front end, if I recall it right. So we have this kind of, discrepancy that
Oh.
no, can you expand it? Can you expand one?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, it's sub application still, yeah. Yeah, I misled you. Sorry.
It's
Gave
okay.
you
Hope.
gave you a false
Hope.
hope. Because I remember working on the same page, same settings for the
Mm.
two for group settings and admin settings because we have support self-managed and SaaS. And the two had different approaches in how we set things.
Oh, I was
Anyway,
showing
yeah.
you project settings. There's a third one.
Oh, for
So
this
the
change?
branch,
Mhm.
the no,
Oh,
not for
the
this change,
branch, the
but
branch. Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
branch
yeah,
rule, that was
yeah.
project. Yeah. Anyway, so that was it was a very interesting piece to go in. I didn't go into deeper, but like
Mhm.
once we do, I think we can talk about reviews as well.
So with this one, I don't know. It's really hard, especially with on the save and how to handle the logic of recovering the old dates from the old state. Um, maybe that field shouldn't be persistent. Maybe we sh I don't know. I don't know
Well, or
how
you
the
have a
business
date,
works.
should it
Yeah.
be editable?
No, I mean that the case that you pointed out when the old date is saved, how we
Yeah, yeah,
display
yeah. So
that,
in
how
that case, like, should we just make it read only? Like, it
we
depends on
can't.
what is the action
Yeah, yeah.
that is actually carrying out, right? Like we like I didn't read into the product requirements of what
Mm,
exactly
mm,
is that date is. Like,
mm,
if the action the date is trying to guard could be carried out again, yeah, like let's put checks and
mm, mm,
copies and make sure that's
mm,
clear. But
mm.
sometimes we just like make it read only. It's like,
I
hey,
think we can't make it read only because how a person would change that. Or do we freeze that until the box is unchecked and then checked again? But then it feels like not a form, but rather a, you know, freeze and freeze action, more of like a button UI. I
yeah,
know.
yeah. This is like a UI UX, like
Mhm.
it's beyond what I can fathom with my
Yeah,
untrained brain.
yeah. Well, when such things come out, it's really hard to navigate and to sync with all the teams and ensure that we produce a good UI while we
Yeah.
still have a pace. Like, for example, when I see something concerning me from the UX point of view, I know that it would be a bad UI/UX decision, but I don't want to stumble the MR that is going in that, does some iteration on the
Yeah.
task.
Was it you or me who was talking about like flag changes that's feature flagged? Things are not feature flagged. Like I was, yeah, it's just I definitely, oh, I think it's Mark probably. I'm doing the maintainer trainee program and I have sync with Mark. Yeah. I think
Mm.
yesterday Mark brought this up, was like, if it's a feature flag changes, like we're more okay with doing things in
Yeah, yeah.
follow-ups and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't think this is actually right. Right. Maybe it is because this is the EE feature. So maybe the
Uh,
check is on backend.
Can you check the HAML once you
The
see the
Haml doesn't have
HAML?
conditions.
Um, you can
But
search for the code base for the HAML, like where it's used. But if let me check.
like I thought the check will be here.
Yeah, there is. So if you open the HAML,
Also, we will
up,
know if we, oh, actually, no, sorry. Take it all back.
yeah, yeah. If if
There's a
if you open
validation step.
if you open the
Yeah.
HAML, you'll see that at the top of the HAML file.
Hmm.
Although there is a nuance to this, like we have different kinds of feature flags, and yeah, so
Ah,
some feature flags are already released and they can be, on the production. Some of them might not be. So the work in progress one is super safe to merge and have more async conversations.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we
And
we
then we're
we
good.
we are
That's a
safe
good point.
to iterate here. Even I would say even if there are errors on in behavior, that kind of stuff. We just more concerned on the code quality and ensuring that we have follow-ups on that, like that we don't
Mm-hmm.
we don't accept something that we wouldn't follow up on.
That we wouldn't fall. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like for especially these features that are it's being caught like probably actively developed either by the same engineer or the same group. Yes. No, but this is great. Uh yeah, so that was the most exciting thing I did. I do
That's a
wanna
relief. That's a relief that we have feature flag there because yeah, I was concerned that yeah, the behavior there is might be hard to grasp and it might, take a toll on the, I'd say that people might get
uh
tired of them or just working on this. So
yeah.
the faster we iterate, the better. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I was just asking because it's been a while. So like, do we ask DangerBot, sorry, the DevX team about the DangerBot
Yeah,
stuff?
we should. I have this on my to-do list, although yeah, I
Okay, okay,
was
okay.
deeply into the product work last week. So
Oh yeah, same. Okay, sounds good.
yeah,
Serious. Yeah.
I think I'll draft something and then ask you and Paulina for your inputs, and then we'll get involved the engine
Oh,
development experience
I
team.
will
Yeah, yeah,
loop
go on.
Doug and Terry in as well. I
Yeah,
was with
sure.
them 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah,
then
so
we were
you had
looking
you
at
had a blast.
danger.
You had a blast there.
We were looking at danger as
Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we accidentally shared our Slack.
Yeah, yeah. I think we raised this several times already. I think the frustration, if it's between us three, five people, then probably other engineers are also concerned about this.
Yeah, and then Terry does database review, so there's a different sets of information on that one as well. And I
Hmm
think Doug
hmm
does both front end and back end and a
hmm
little bit of database. So like he has a lot of thoughts on it as well. Yeah, but I think it'd be a very nice little thing. Like people would have thoughts on it, I hope, because they're looking at it so much. Or they're not looking at it, which is another
Which is, yeah,
which is
even more
the
concerning. Yeah.
yeah. But like I saw yesterday the director I sent you for the multi-version compatibility, the GL introduced. I saw it in an MR.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's just literally in the GraphQL, like
Mm,
couple letters.
mm, mm,
And
mm,
all you need to do, I was told, is to make sure the backend merge before the front end.
mm,
So
mm,
that MR is stacked on top of the backend MR.
mm.
And I was like, this is the most brilliant thing. It was very
Yeah,
elegant. Yeah,
yeah.
solve this problem we have for ages. So
Yeah, we still have that partially because of the REST APIs, but yeah, the GraphQL,
that's true.
at least
Yeah.
it's a relief. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool.
cool. Thanks for
Maybe
sharing
next week. No problem.
the
Maybe next week we can take look at some of the danger stuff.
yeah. Yeah, again, thanks for sharing this. I think that recording the review experience is something very, very good, a great idea for us to have in the company. I think it's a great tutorial, like learn
Yeah,
because when I was joining the company, the list of things that I need to read was so long, and the the, the
100%.
there wasn't no clear guide how to review things, and yeah, having that recorded, I think is super useful. Um,
Yeah. I think Doug merged MR to suggest asking for a recorder review as part of the trainee maintainer program. Totally optional, right? Just like, oh, hey, could you mind review, like when you pass it on to maintainer, could you record that? And then the other way around also was included is that you can record one and share it with maybe your mentor and whatever. So Mark and I
mhm.
will try to get on that. It's just, you know, you need to find the MR that's like kind of uh will be good at. So maybe we'll try it out and we'll have Doug was saying that it would be great just to have kind of like a playlist of them
Yeah,
and
yeah,
folk
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
just, you know, browse and stuff. So
And
yeah.
different reviewers have different approaches, right? So
Yeah,
it would be
100%.
yeah, it would be useful for
That's
everyone.
okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Chow. Yeah, it was amazing. Thanks for bringing this up. Yeah, again, thanks for sharing. It was very interesting. Wishing you luck with that, MR. It's yeah, yeah. I,
Well,
I
it's actually
I
like
was I was
I
frightened
wasn't
to see 36 files.
I no,
Yeah.
I wasn't even the reviewer that pinged. They pinged Joseph, and then Joseph brought it to me. And it's funny because Oriza and I went to the same boot camp, same cohort. So I
Oh,
opened it. I
yeah.
was like, "Hello, friends. We're all here."
Yeah, it's a great learning experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing.